All right. I'm a mimic, and it's time to play some more Control. As soon as our notifications go out. There we go. So, last time we had done a bunch of the side missions and unlocked uh, a few more outfits for Jesse and at least one more side mission, which is hunting down more altered items. Hey, congrats on first. So, what we're going to do today is I'm going to go in and start a poll, if I can figure out how, of the different outfit choices. And then while the poll is running, I'm gonna go hunt down the altered items. When we get back, I will change the outfit depending on the poll, and then go to Foundation with the new outfit. So that's the plan for today. So let's go. And I will have to figure out how to actually set up a poll. I've never done that before. Can't be too bad though, right? This doesn't look like FBC Firebreak because it isn't. This is exploring the Foundation. May need to bounce your Twitch if you're seeing the wrong title, because I'm seeing the correct one. So we're going to start by going to Central Executive, because that's the only place that I know of that lets us look at the outfits. Must have changed it after I sent my comment. No, I'm pretty sure it's been Control. Pretty sure. I've been busy, loading the game. Haven't had time to be messing with titles and categories. Okay, so let's look at what outfits we have available. We have a lot of outfits available. There's the civilian, the janitor's assistant, which is our new one, the director's suit, which is what we've been going around with, the tactical response, the astral dive, which might be what all of the Hiss Elevated sitting in the chairs are wearing. I'm not sure. Candidate P7, which are some comfy sweats, the office assistant, the golden suit, and the urban response. So I am going to see if I can make a poll out of this. Maybe not. We'll see. I wasn't expecting it to pause the game while I was doing this. But that's okay. vote is for janitor, janitor. Well, we will see about that one. It should just see where. So we have the janitor's assistant, director. What were the other choices? I should have written these down, huh? I'll write these down real quick. Okay. Only, let's see, we'll allow additional votes. That's gonna be 500 coins per vote. How about that? And it looks like I can only have 5 choices. So, and let's see, what should the last one be? Duration, we're going to make this a 10-minute poll. And while that is going, we are going to hunt down the flamingo and the mannequin. One is in the sealed threshold corridor again, and one is in the prime candidate program. So we're going to go to the sealed candidate, or the sealed threshold. Looks like the votes are coming in. You only have 10 minutes to get your vote in. We are looking for the flamingo. Somewhere in here. I need to remember which way to go. It should just be somewhere in here, though. Somebody's a big spender. What was the store? Where's the store lead? That goes toward the sealed threshold checkpoint, which is not where we want to be. Okay, got that. Next time the votes should be limited to a few per person. I went crazy. So I can only set it to either a single vote per person or multiple votes per person. Those are the only two options I have. Aw, the cluster's following me. I have a new pet. So, if you were a flamingo, where would you be? Whoa, whoa. Thank you, cluster. Los Angeles. Okay, so if you were a flamingo altered item stuck in the oldest house, where would you be? Reno, Nevada? That's still not the oldest house. Was that light always that color? Hey, the flamingo. I don't remember this being here. Weird little room. Oh, whoa.
That's got to be an altered item.
Yeah, I think that might be an altered item. Can't stay away from me, though. The astral pain. Oh.
We got into another altered item.
Hello, former. I'm stronger than I was last time. Oh, I am totally gonna die. This is a much smaller location. Did I get it? I used multi-shot on it. That may have gotten it. Ooh, I think we got it.
Flamingos. Too pink.
Oh, that wasn't too bad. That was a much easier fight against the former than it was before. I don't need that. Anything else new? I need these. Okay. I'm not seeing anything new. That really messed with me. Yeah, that corridor was something else. Didn't you already kill him? Or are you just knocking him out? I'm not sure. Is it possible to actually kill the former? I think you're just shooing him away. Disconnecting him, maybe? From the altered item. Pink Flamingo. ID AI46-KE. Acquisition date August 12th, 1997. Containment location Panopticon, Floor 4, Unit 16. Containment procedure. No unique procedure required. Altered status is suspected but unverified. Description: altered effect. A plastic pink flamingo lawn ornament. 2 steel prongs extend from its underside. The item is suspected to influence atmospheric physics, altering meteorological phenomena in the area. This effect is currently unconfirmed. Appendix: New altered effect has been observed. See file AI46.0 D for details. Okay, so is there more? Did it, because the fridge had that same little note saying that the effect had changed. I wonder if that's because of the former. Agents noticed a transient outside the entrance of the Bureau headquarters who claimed it could change the weather. That's right. And Dr. Darling took it. Interesting. So the question is, was it really an altered item to begin with, or did it become an altered item because it was in the oldest house and the former got a hold of it? I concede. You concede? Are you guys just using all of the channel points? All of the mimic coins? I finally found a way to actually get you to use those coins. Just have to do fashion and control. That's all it takes. So the other one was in... Where was it? Containment Prime Candidate Program. Is there not a fast travel point for the Prime Candidate Program? Kinda looks that way, doesn't it? So we'll just go to logistics. The poll has ended. It looks like we're changing to the Astral Dive Suit. Alright, we'll do that as soon as we get to Central, after we contain the mannequin. You guys used a lot of points. Oh my gosh. It got... I hear somebody else. Weird. It sounds like they're stuck or something. Huh, weird. Well, we're going to the Prime Candidate program, so it's fine. Here we go. Oh my gosh, there are so many of these. However, the multi-launch is amazing, and I wish I had it way earlier than I got it. They often get stuck in something, look up. Oh, that's okay. We already got to the Prime Candidate program. We're just gonna look for the mannequin now. Should be somewhere in here. Wonder if it's gonna be at the end of this turn. They're a little too low. What? Wait a minute. Did you see that? There was like the outline of a body here or something. That was weird. There's at least one more here. Whoa. He's over there. Okay. What? There. Hi.
God, the only thing creepier than one mannequin is a few dozen of the damn things.
So it does copy itself. Okay. What do I do about that? I can't shoot them. Okay, so I just need to find the real one. There you are. So it looks like this one was...
Zero policy. No more mannequins.
Okay, so that one was just the hiss and not the former. Mannequin procedures. ID waste mannequin. AI7-KE. Acquisition date December 23rd, 1967. Containment location Panopticon, Floor 4, Unit 11. Containment procedure. No known procedures for preventing the item's effect. Update 390. Lining the item's cell with the newly discovered black rock has yielded positive results. Test with other altered items. Description: altered effect. A wire and fabric waste mannequin. The base and head are made of stained wood. The item duplicates. The trigger for this behavior is unknown. No correlation can be found in either the number of duplications that manifest during an episode or the duration for which they last before disappearing. So they do disappear. Interesting. And I do find it interesting that they used black rock on the waste mannequin first, because it says test with other altered items, so they used it with the waste mannequin first, which is interesting. But we have successfully gotten those altered items. Let's see if Langston loses any more. Because you never know. Now you need to change. Change first? I agree. Well, first I'm gonna go talk to Langston. Then I'm gonna change. that was it. Not too bad. And I have not yet died, which I'm going to take as a positive. I probably didn't need to take the... It was just as far to Langston as it was to run all the way back here to the control point. I could have just run straight to Langston. Whoops. That's okay.
There. Low-level security systems are up and running again. Told you I could do it.
We never
Every altered item on your list is now back in the Panopticon, safe and sound.
That's a load off my mind. Missing altered items don't exactly reflect well on me, you know. Did they give you any trouble?
The flamingo pulled me into the astral plane just like the fridge did. That same creature was there.
I was looking over the old activity reports, and multiple items have been displaying much more destructive behavior in the past few weeks. There's some connection there, I bet, but it's a bit above my pay grade.
Well, something to keep an eye on.
And if I have any more runaways, I'll know just who to call.
I guess this is my life now.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Guarding your life is a great privilege, sir. We are both pleased with our assignment.
That's great. Thank you.
The Rangers are being silly.
Hello, ma'am. I heard about your little tussle over in Nostalgia. So, good house cleaning and things will get back to normal, right? Right? I mean, are normal, anyway.
Okay, so there's no new quest.
I'll see you
So
later,
that's all the side quests.
I'll be here,
So let's
like always.
get back to Central Executive, change into our new outfit. And then we'll go talk to the board. And it was the astral dive suit that won, right? Just double check. Pretty sure that was it. Alright, so abilities. We have 3. Shield strength. How about levitation duration? That sounds good. We're gonna go with the astral dive suit. Now let's go talk to the board. Right? That's in the hotline chamber, which is directly behind me. I thought there was a way to get
give him hell, Director.
directly there, and I don't remember which way that is. And I can't levitate here. I tried to fly and I can't do it.
We gotta be methodical. Clean out every last of this with one thorough sweep.
Director's office. That's where I want to go.
Director Faden did a fine job handling this, especially.
I really hate I can't fly here. Yeah, me too. Okay, so wasn't there a line? Yes, directly to the board. what was this always here? Butte Supplement. AWE-17. Event date September 23rd, 1992. Event location Butte, Montana. Details. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT-01. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, redacted light cords have been found in the oldest house, located in the redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is redacted, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a redacted. See Dr. Darling's presentation 24.3 for more details. That must have been here the whole time, and we just missed it. I do help out with your games, just Control though, so far. That is true.
Even if it was a dream, I feel Darling reached out to me through the hotline. I have a feeling he and Trench won't be the only callers from beyond.
Director, situation, crisis, uh-oh, in Foundation. We demand your attention. Moxie. Oldest house is in danger. We open the door, tree, in maintenance. Hurry, post haste.
Problem in the Foundation. That was Auti's vacation spot. We need to check this out.
Okay, so it's down in the restricted area of maintenance, where the tree drawing was. But also, I feel like the board has gotten a bit less formal with the addition of like post haste and Moxie.
Closes the His dimension, and she expects a pat on the back? We're still in lockdown, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, but the His dimension has been closed. The board feels like a bunch of kids. Now that is a terrifying
I
thought.
found a file on the old director, Northmore.
Oh, we've heard that before. Okay. Fast travel to the Foundation. So let's take a look. I get the feeling this one's gonna be a little weird.
Quiet. Trans-dimensional. This place really suits Ahti.
Okay, so that is the way to the the zip line that comes over here.
So that etching is the door. Okay, let's try opening it.
Oh, it didn't exactly open as we touched it and got teleported. Foundation.
No time for sightseeing. The board said this was an emergency.
So we're at the crossroads and we just have to explore. It's just me, or is it kind of dark in here? Research Site Gamma. Okay.
Looks
So
like no one's been down here in a while.
it does look like no one's been down here in a while, but it does look like people have been down here. I saw the cracks in the wall and thought it was something. What was that? Those are interesting looking crystals.
Crystals are kind of pretty. Emily would be having a field day down here.
My life's been a strange one. Certainly stranger than I'd like. But this place, it's something else. The floors crawl, the walls slither. It's a shifting pit. On the street, it's just another drab building standing there for anyone to see. But no one does. How do we miss it? Northmore. Acting director Northmore now is on a train from Washington. He'll expect answers, which is why I'm making these tapes. They're evidence that I'm at least trying to understand. Father searched his entire life for something like this, and we find it 1 week after he's buried. He always hated irony. Of course, Father, the great director, Ash, would have been the first man in. And look at me. His bookworm son, the supposed head of research who can't stop his legs from shaking long enough to step over the threshold.
Okay, so Ash, the head of research, was the son of Ash, the director. I don't think we've actually heard from either of them. Just saw their names in some of the older documents. Oh good, I can fly here. Ooh, there's a thing. Whoa. Hi. Interesting. Can't seem to break these. I'm going to have to be careful about these crystals. I'm not seeing anything else to pick up here. The crack out to either sunlight or the astral plane is kind of interesting too. Deep cavern. That looks blocked off by crystals. So we have to go to research site Delta instead.
The Foundation. Bottom of the oldest house. Stop the hiss.
Marshall? How was she on the hotline? Unless she's dead. Jesus. She seemed like the kind of woman who could survive anything.
Marshall's on the hotline now.
I only heard of the Foundation when I became head of operations. The very bottom of the oldest house. Director access only. Just the name alone is classified. Zachariah gave me a tour the day I was promoted. Said I should see it for myself, to understand. After that, I snuck down on my own from time to time to keep tabs on the place, and on them. But nothing ever changed down there. Not even the walls. It's solid, permanent, different from the rest of the house. Of course, they were always watching me. I never stayed long. I'm not stupid. I have to stop the hiss from finding this place. I'm the only one who can.
So there's something down here watching. And the Hiss haven't found this place yet? So Marshall probably came down here. And that's where she disappeared to. Maybe to seal it off or something. That looks like Hiss. So the Hiss have found their way here.
Hiss found their way down here too.
That's a little high for me to get to. Okay. Let's research site Delta. That's the way I came, so it's over here. Well, this one let me open it. Weird red sand. I wonder if that has anything to do with the that one dream that was on the whiteboard, where there was red sand. Or one of the triangles was red, and when it was like an hourglass, it shifted like sand. So, they're not doing waves of spotting, which is kind of weird. But we do finally have a control point here. And another sealed off chest. Still can't get to the deep cavern. That's weird.
Those paintings look old. Like, old.
So that's a bunch of figures, and I see a black pyramid up at the top. So I'm assuming that's the board. Interesting. Looks like they were trying to do some archaeology. Red pyramid. You think that's a red pyramid? I don't know. It's hard to tell because everything kind of has an orange tint to it in this painting as well. Cave paintings. Compiled by Dr. Theodore Ashe, head of research, by order of Director Broderick Northmore. On art and time. At first I thought the cave paintings in the Foundation chronicled ancient humans' encounters with natural occurrences like weather, but it soon became clear they depicted events far outside the average human experience. Also, it seems I was wrong to assume the images are ancient. Radiocarbon dating suggests something impossible, that I've been down here longer than the paintings. That's absurd, though. The style and medium clearly indicate a Paleolithic origin. I was ready to conclude that an ancient community of humans lived in or around the oldest house. Now, with this information, I don't know what to think. Is one of our agents drawing these? Or is there someone down here with us? This place has a habit of skewing my results, so perhaps the data is corrupted. Or perhaps some paintings were created at different times. The art does seem to chronicle not only the past, but also the present and possibly even the future. I see in them echoes of the board, some linear architecture, even what could be interpreted as a director. Are the paintings telling a story that is still being written? If so, who is writing it? Interesting. So I would wonder which of these is the director. That little camp's set up. Oh, there's something up there. That's still too high for me to reach. I probably have to go in one and then fly to the other. They're moving different.
Now.
Pickaxes. Not like that. What did I pick up? Accuracy boost, that's okay. Nothing that's standing out. More C's accelerator. Okay, so I'm gonna have to be careful, is what I'm hearing. Hiss Sharpened. Compiled by Dr. Emily Pope, head of research, by order of director Jesse Faden. Interesting that now has her as Dr. Emily Pope, head of research. Before she was just a researcher. Hiss Sharpened Agent. Confidential. Summary. Hiss Sharpened Agents display the para-utilitarian ability to rapidly move short distances. This ability is unique in the fact that it is not associated with any known object of power. However, we should not discount the possibility that this ability is an object variation. For example, abrupt physical relocation, APR, could potentially be a variant of the jukebox's effect. Other explanations of the hiss-sharpened ability currently include A. Momentary time manipulation, B. Brief increase in physical speed, C. Inhibiting the witness's sense of sight. If we do accept that the hiss-sharpened ability is not connected to a known object of power, then the hiss are either manifesting unique paranatural abilities, or are the objects in the house that we aren't aware of. Or there are objects in the house we aren't aware of. Either way, the hiss are continuing to develop new strains of corruption, and that is cause for concern. Refer to file redacted for full report. I think that's really concerning considering we closed the hiss dimension too. What they remind me of is there were enemies in Quantum Break that had some time manipulation powers. And they kind of move in a similar way. Relocation order. Tom, you missed the good news. I'm sure the official memo will go out soon, but Northmore called an all hands at the crossroads to announce we're finally moving out of this hellhole and up into the house proper. Bureau Brass apparently solved the moving walls problem, or at least figured out a way to pinpoint where and when they happen. All I know is going up means goodbye darkness, goodbye weird lunches with that ex-Nazi scientist, and goodbye pissing into the pit. I know that was you, Barry. Northmore's ordering the Foundation sealed as soon as we can haul our staff out and somehow convince Ash to come with us. He's the only one kicking up a fuss. This is long overdue. We've lost 11 men and damn near $10,000 in supplies moving between the entrance and the Foundation. And for what? Research? Ash is batty if he thinks we want to stay here and sift through more sand for him. It's just rusted iron flakes anyway. Did you know that? We were breathing that shit in. Okay, so before they figured out the control points, they had set up base down here in the Foundation. But it is really interesting that all of this red is essentially just iron. I feel like it's the slightly wrong color for iron, but I've only seen natural iron veins, which are a little more orange. That doesn't look good. Beware of toxic geysers. Good to know. They're introducing all kinds of new stuff. Is this just the lights? Okay, so we can go up here. Huh. And that's another one that I don't think I'm gonna be able to fly across right now. This is very different than the rest of the oldest house, that's for sure. Foundation accident. To H. Wilder. From M. Talbot. Subject contractor issue. Mr. Wilder, I have some bad news. You remember that Robert Ricardo fella we brought in as a special consultant to map the lower caves? Well, today he found a chamber with weird eyes covering every inch of the walls and a strange black pillar in the center. Kinda looks like the one at the crossroads, but smaller. We had a bureau member shadowing him, but whatever happened in there did a number on our guest. The docs are taking a look, but it's pretty clear Mr. Adventure's exploring days are over. I know we were careful to limit the guy's exposure to the non-ordinary. Drugging him and carrying him through the upper floor was a real hoot, by the way. But we really need to reevaluate our policies on external contractors. Honestly, we'd be better off forming a special division trained in rappelling and orienteering than subjecting more outsiders to the shit we deal with. They almost always end up dead or loony. Marcus. Wilder, huh? That's another interesting name, because Wilder is the name of one of the characters in Quantum Break. Beth Wilder. Makes me wonder if they're related. Or if they were meant to be related somehow. Little Easter egg. That's just...
The astral plane is cutting into our dimension. What if this happens in the upper floors? It'll destroy the bureau.
Oh, is that the... Is that what the board is worried about? That the astral plane is intruding on the oldest house? Could be. Okay, probably should take care of that guy. Oh no, 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 no. Ah, I fell. Oh, but it didn't kill me. Interesting, that's new. Did I get him? I think I actually got him. Astral copy. What's an astral copy? Lady Delia says hi. Oh, hello. Astral copy. Compiled by Dr. Emily Hope, head of research. By order of director Jesse Faden. Summary. With the astral plane now physically accessible, a torrent of new information has been collected on the entities known as astral copies. The copies' bodies are composed of a dense stone-like material that is both resilient under controlled circumstances and brittle when struck with significant force. See Report 8-11-1633 for full composition analysis. Whether the astral copies possess individual consciousness or are directed by a higher intelligence, such as the board, remains unknown. However, their shared aggression seems to indicate a unified goal. Director Faden's encounters with these entities when binding objects of power in the astral plane indicate they serve as live targets for potential para-utilitarians to practice on. Some have been equipped with Bureau weaponry, though it seems unlikely they were armed by our personnel. It is important to note they appear immune to his corruption. Refer to file redacted for full report. So they're immune to the Hiss corruption. That's cool. Okay, let's get some more health. I really let that guy wail on me a bit, didn't I? See, that's still too tall. I wonder if I get a boost to height or something.
I wish I'd brought Emily with me. I could really use my head of research right about now.
Did you see Polaris do something? That was weird. Crossroads, Federal Bureau of Control, Department of Workplace Security. Oh, they have a workplace security department. That's an interesting arrow. Huh.
Marshall? Marshall! You're alive!
What? Where? Did I miss seeing Marshall over there?
Wait! It's Jesse! The director!
Jesse's seeing something that I'm not.
Whoa. This place is huge.
The Crossroads.
Marshall? Can you hear me? She was on the hotline, so that person couldn't have been Marshall, right? One problem at a time. Let's see what's going on with that pillar first.
Investigate the nail. Is this the big black object that they were referring to at the Crossroads? I realized I had the materials to construct that. Okay. So before we go straight to the nail, I'm gonna look around first. Foundation Pillar. Compiled by Dr. Theodore Ash, Head of Research, by order of N.A. On the nature of the pillar. The pillar found in the Crossroads is best described as an onyx spike that protrudes from the cave floor like an imposing stalagmite. Despite its aggressive silhouette, the structure has an undeniable allure. Freud would certainly have something to say about the pillar's overly erect nature, but I'm more drawn to Whitmore's essay on dynamic layers, structures within structures, the fractal mirror in every being. Given its significant location, I believe the pillar is either the very heart of the oldest house or an intrusion within that heart. Or perhaps it's like the husk of a seed from which the oldest house sprouted. Trottier wrote that great architecture isn't built, it grows. But then why does the pillar look so different from the rest of this place's concrete walls and rocky caverns? It's easier to see it as an anomaly, a buried artifact, a foreign body, a demonic phallus. I wonder if this pillar is any more welcome here than we are. Huh. Nothing on the whiteboard. I feel like given the other equipment here, that should be a chalkboard, not a whiteboard. Oh, there's more to read. Ley lines. Compiled by Dr. Theodore Ash, Head of Research, by order of Director Broderick Northmore, on ley lines and their energies. For all my research into the oldest house's ley lines, I still don't understand why they converge here at the base of this pillar. I suppose the simplest reason is that they have to converge somewhere. Occam's razor and all that. But that seems wrong. The esoteric world abhors coincidence. So what is the true relationship between this pillar and the ley lines? Does it act like as a magnet, attracting them? Polar north? Or is the pillar a product of their focused energies? A sprout, nourished by the constant flow of the house's power? Perhaps classifying that power would provide some insight. However, we currently have no means of measuring or quantifying it. Given time, it may become possible to collect and even harness this energy. On that note, Northmore is bringing in much lauded Dr. Gustav Wagner from headquarters in DC to aid in my research. I suppose this is his way of saying he doesn't trust me to work unsupervised. Let's just hope Dr. Wagner is as smart as his dearly departed Führer once believed him to be. So that's the, that must be the ex-Nazi that they were talking about. We gotta hydrate. And a posture check. So let's do that real quick. Grab some water and make sure your shoulders are back, you're sitting up straight, or laying down comfortably. All right. Okay. So that looks like one of the mobile labs. There's probably more to read in there, but that looks interesting. Is that the former? So that's definitely the board, because that's a black pyramid. Then there's these humanoid figures. Some sort of spider entity? That makes me think of the former. That's the only thing I can think of. But the hand shapes on it are throwing me off. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, there's something up there. It's just out of range once again. There's nothing to read near the painting. Oh, I wonder which way we came in from. I want to check out this room real quick. Spin right. Okay, so it's an absolute rate of fire. Rate of fire? Exclusive to this bin? Might as well, right? Melee source gain. Source gained from melee hits is increased. I'm not really hurting for source though, so that's okay. Visitor log. Send to 325. Okay. I was expecting more documents to read in here, but I guess a tape would work.
It's been 5 days since we first entered the building. Traversing the interior is dangerous due to the shifting, but we did manage to find a lower cavern that seems structurally predictable, which is a scientific way of saying its walls won't crush us in our sleep. Northmore even made a discovery. A pistol, placed on a stone pedestal in front of that strange ebony pillar. Seems like something out of a storybook, except the heroes usually find swords, not handguns. But it is the perfect lure for someone like him. Hours after finding this weapon, Northmore cornered me to spout some nonsense about how the board had made him the director. He ranted about the title being meaningless before now, calling Father and all other previous directors shams, frauds, and worse. I think this place is worse for Northmore than it is for me. Strangest thing? There was no pedestal in front of that pillar a day ago. This building has swallowed a dozen of my men, and now it's handing out presents? Is it playing some sort of game? If it is, we're most certainly losing. Hell, we don't even know the rules.
Oh, that's really interesting. So a pedestal showed up in front of that pillar. And so that's how the service weapon was given to the director? That's the way to base camp, huh? Oh, is it down there? That's terrifying. More of those square pillars just leading off into the distance. Alright, let's check out what this pillar... Nail, door, monolith is hurt, touch, revere it to enter. Repair the nail link to prevent astral consumption, collision. This is the director's duty. Plot. Authorized for a single new tool upgrade. Use it to save the Foundation. Us. Bureau. Explore the astral plane challenge. Left self, right weapon. Only one is permitted. Which will you choose to become?
So I can only choose one? I thought I was done with these tests.
Weird. Okay, so I feel like those are the ones that are blocking some of the paths and are blocking some of the chests. But I've seen that in a bunch of walls. Oh. Oh, I can make platforms. Okay, so it's either create or destroy it, essentially. Left, self will grant shape, manipulate. Right, weapon will grant fracture, undo. Okay, well I'm gonna take this one. We are tweaking, cultivating the ability. You complete the challenge. Minerals, roots, barnacles grow across the foundation. Use new upgrade self to shape, inflate. First director to receive earned this. You should feel honored, handled. Interesting. Okay, so right bumper. My first thought when I did this was that the Bureau is afraid of Jessie becoming too strong. So she can only have one. It's possible, but it did just say that she's the first director to ever earn this. But they do kind of have to give it to her, right? If they want her help. Yeah, because they need her to fix stuff. Yeah. Okay, so it does sound like they're breaking behind me, so they probably don't last very long. Oop, probably should have done that first. But luckily I can do it while flying as well. Do this, the nail will be repaired, glued, crisis averted. So it said bonus round. Hits are present in the foundation. Trespassing, snooping is forbidden. Sorry, I missed reading the first half of that, but it said that there are 4 keys or locks or something, or MacGuffins is what it said, that have been lost within the foundation that we have to retrieve. Some crystals can be shaped into sharp points. Oh, so I can use them as an attack. Okay, okay. Ooh, thank you. Oh, that's right. The golden ones are immune generally, aren't they? Oh, they can come from the side. That's what it was trying to show me. Crystals can be shaped while levitating to create platforms. I actually found that out on my own. That's weird. It's like it didn't finish forming. I bet I can get over there without actually using it. See, no problem at all.
Okay, let's review. This broken pillar is called the Nail. It was broken by something, and now the astral plane is bleeding into the foundation, which will destroy the oldest house, the bureau, and everyone inside. I need to find 4 locks, or keys, or whatever, to stop that from happening. But I'm the director. I've handled worse. This should be simple-ish. You with me?
Oh good, Polaris is still with us. Can't seem to get on top of the nail. And we did get some new collectibles. That's log 2. We already saw that. Rituals from the board. Locks, keys, keep socket us here. Trapped, hooked, hidden, fed. They are old, young, extra life. With the director's help, situation, information is subject to change. Huh. Extra life, huh? Energy gained from taking melee damage. Weird. Source gained from taking melee damage. Evade energy cost. No thanks. Reach the warehouse path and reach base camp. Well, we already saw the arrow for base camp, so let's try going that way. Oh wait, is it down or is it these? Feels like I'm kind of just going off into the nothingness. Whew, that was close. Base camp. Okay, I saw a hiss for a second, but then the geysers started going. Maybe they took it out. Are they shooting each other or me? I'll just take this one over. That'll be more helpful. Okay, so are these astral copies? Is that what's going on? The astral copies and the hiss are fighting each other? I think so, yeah, I think so too. Also, that's kind of weird. That reminds me of the mold. Okay, so it says base camp is that way. Then what was up here? Honestly, I never saw that when I played. Well, don't I feel special? Okay, so this is how I get up here. Completely missed that. But that's okay. Hey. Rude. I was helping. You know, if the astral bodies are immune to the hiss, it's interesting that I can still take control of them. Oh. Hello. What are you doing there? Excuse you. Okay. Get rid of those. See, and like... Oh, I was able to get through here. I thought I would need the other power to get in here. I definitely need the other power to break these. I wonder if they'll end up giving me both. Or if it's just one or the other. So this is definitely astral material. Oh, all right at the top. Okay, so let's continue forward.
This area looks newer. Is it from the upper floors?
Nice of it to tee that up for me, wasn't it? So this is from the upper floors, huh? Complete the ritual in the collapsed department. Was there anything in there? Nothing to read. So is this a department that collapsed down into
There's something behind that hiss barrier.
the Foundation? 'Cause it definitely feels different, but it's weird that there would be a fire break. I think it shifted there. It's possible. Also, there's something over there. Hello. What are you? Weird. Don't shoot it. Too late. I already shot it. Okay, so these doors don't open, but there's just one of those lucky cats. Ooh, barely made it. So I just have to check each one. This one opens. I think those are a little tall for me to get to. Data entry and filing. That was the collapse department? The data entry department? There's Trench and Darling and one of the research assistants. But now that we found data entry and filing and a control point, I'm getting it there. So I'm out of time for now. But making our way through Foundation and learning a lot more about the earliest days of the oldest house, which is pretty cool. And I like the poll feature. I'll have to play around with it some more. And I'll probably reduce the cost for multiple votes now that you guys spent so many of the Mimic coins on them. But next time we will check out data entry and filing and look for more of these locks and or keys. Thanks for hanging out.